Welcome to day 16. Forgot what day it was. Had to look at the phone. It is almost 10. I am just finishing up getting ready. I have to leave in about an hour, if not a little less. I've got some tea this morning instead of coffee, and I've got my hair up into a ponytail with what is left of the little bit of curls and waves I put in on Sunday. Now I'm about to do my makeup. Not sure what I'm going to do either. I think I want to use this lipstick because it matches my sweater. I'm wearing a sweater. I'm so excited about that. It is currently, I think, like 60. Yeah, 61. It's going to get up to 67. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm wearing a sweater. I've just got a tank top on underneath. This is one of my lighter weight kind of Arizona sweaters. If I were to wear this somewhere cold, I'd want like a long sleeve t-shirt underneath it and then a scarf. So if I'm doing a brighter lip, I don't want to be too barefaced, but I also don't want to do anything too dramatic on the face. So I think I'm just going to do, let's grab the Naked Smoky palette. I like the Naked Smoky palette because it has the shimmers on the one end, but then these three do a really nice kind of just neutral matte eye. I've never felt the need to buy the Naked Basics palettes because these are literally the only mattes I would ever use. I don't usually do completely matte looks because I like a bit of sparkle, but on today, I think not. I'm not even going to bother with primer potion, I don't think. So I'm going to use the kind of medium matte, which is Combust, and then I'll do Whiskey in the crease and 13 on the inner corner and along the brow bone. So that's just kind of what I'm doing. I like this combo because it gives my eyes some depth and dimension, but it doesn't make it look like I've got a ton of makeup on. And I feel like with the ponytail today, I think I would like just a kind of natural face with the pop of color on the lips. But then this will still look pulled together enough that if by my last class I wipe off the red lip and go with just clear lip balm, the rest of my face won't feel too naked. I really like the Naked Smoky for the colder months. I feel like I definitely turn to this one more in autumn and winter than I do spring and summer. Just kind of blend that out. I act like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. That's why I can never really give eyeshadow tutorials, because really all I'm doing is playing around with my brushes until it looks okay. And then I can never replicate it, like ever. And then I'll use this brush. There we go. Okay. Now I need to clean up the mess that made. Just a little bit of fallout. And then I need a new mascara because I think this one is finally dead. So I want to open up the Buxom one that came in a play box a while back. I still haven't tried that. I was saving it during the summer in case I couldn't afford to buy a new mascara, and then I got a job. And even though the paychecks didn't start, I didn't have to worry about not having a job by fall. When I think back to how terrified I was in the spring, and those last couple months before graduation and before getting my job, just the thought of not getting a job right away was so scary. I'm going to use some of the Marc Jacobs, I think this is the shade Rococo gel eyeliner. Just, it's a nice brown, so a little bit more natural. And I'm just going to try to push that into the lash line. So not super thick and not coming high up on the lash line. It's hard to show you on camera, but I literally try to push my lash down with the tip of the pencil, and then like just I'm doing little tiny strokes right on top of the lash. So it's kind of like tight lining. I don't think it's exactly the same thing. It's my version. And now let's try this. This is the Buxom Big T's Plumping Mascara. We will see about that. That's an interesting... Okay. You know what? I don't hate it. I'll have to see how it goes the next few days that I use it. I feel like the first couple times you use a mascara, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of stiff. But there's with and without. I mean, my lashes are really pale, so I don't think it's doing false lash look, but okay, I don't hate it. I haven't been using Latisse for several months now, so it just got too expensive. I couldn't justify the cost. Even like the cost per use is really low, just paying, it's like $140 for a bottle. And like that's a one bottle at the point I was at would last me almost a full year. So like compared to lash extensions or buying a fresh pack of lashes, disposable lashes, you know, it was, you know, cost effective in that way, but it was just so hard to come up with that lump sum. Eventually I'd like to get back into using it because I do miss it, but for now I'm okay with my lashes. So they've pretty much gone back almost to like what they were. I do think they're a little bit longer, so I almost feel like Latisse did make them permanently grow a little bit longer. Like I feel like they're not as short as they used to be, but they're definitely shorter than they were. Okay, so that's that done. Now let's do brows. I need to tint my brows. I've got the tint stuff right here next to me, but I don't have time to do it today, so I will do it later. Thankfully the Eyelure, you can see the difference. The Eyelure with Fleur de Force brow palette covers them up. I use the darkest shade in the dark palette when my brows get this pale. When my brows have been freshly tinted, I tend to then use the lighter shade in the palette. And now I'm also going to use the Fleur de Force Eyelure Brow Gel. I'm going to use the tinted side just to cover up those last bit of scragglers. Those rogue blonde hairs that don't want to get covered up by the powder. There we go. Good enough. Okay, now I need under eye concealer. Time check. 10:06, we're doing good. I lose track of time when I'm doing my makeup. It's very easy for me to get distracted and just be like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and oh, this would be fun. An hour later, it wasn't supposed to take me that long. This is just the Becca Brightening Concealer, Under Eye Brightening Corrector Concealer in light to medium. And then I'm going to use my Touche Eclat, kind of streak this going out along the cheekbone, just to continue brightening up that whole area. Put this on the forehead as well, and down my nose. I really like that Touche Eclat. It just kind of, I think I got it in rose gold or something like that, or rose. Just goes with my skin tone so nicely. I need to check out Nordstrom Rack to see if they have any more, because they are much cheaper at the Rack than they are at Sephora. Still got some friends hanging around my chin, but I'm gonna leave them. I'm not gonna cover them up with concealer because I feel like that doesn't really do anything. And I'm gonna set everything with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting. I use a smaller brush to get under the eye, and then a bigger brush for the rest of the face. Okay, and we need blush. I'm gonna go with the Becca palette. This is the Après Ski Glow palette, and I'm gonna use the blush and the Rose Quartz highlighter today. Just because those two give me a really natural look. The Rose Quartz highlighter isn't that wow, you know? Especially for a Becca highlighter. I feel like I can get just a really nice natural glow that doesn't like stun anyone in the sunlight. Not that it's very sunny out today. I think it might come out a little bit more, but it's pretty cloudy. And then I'm going to do a little bit more of the rose quartz just along my brow bone. Okay, I think that's makeup done. Drink my tea. Now I'm going to do the lipstick. This is the YSL Glossy Stain. This is in shade 6 or 9. I can't tell. But it's like a tomatoey red, like my sweater. So the first layer I put on really thin, and then I pat into the lip. And then I'm going to let that sit and kind of dry down while I finish getting ready, and I'll pop this in my bag. And then probably when I get into the car to drive down to campus, I'll put on the next layer, and then that will make it more glossy. So right now I've got the stain, and then I do one more coat to do the gloss. And then it pretty much lasts me most of the day. That second layer will kind of come down, but the stain underneath will stay. And it's actually pretty comfortable. So I like that formula. Okay, I'm gonna get going. Still have like 30 minutes before I need to leave, but I still need to get like my bag together and stuff like that. But I think I can still leave, if not on time, maybe even a few minutes early. So I'm gonna go into campus and I will take you with me. you.